What's going on, guys? Eric here, back for another Dragon Ball The Breakers Season 3 video. And today's video, we'll be discussing the 3 new survivor skins that we are getting for Dragon Ball The Breakers Season 3. And first up, we have the homie Dende. So, as I was speculating, if we were going to get Ginyu Force, we were going to get Dende, and as be it so, that's what happened. So Dende finally brought what I've been asking for to come to the game for a very long time, and that is more supportive passive skills in the game, or just more supportive skills in the game in general, just because I feel like one thing Dragon Ball The Breakers is missing is just more supportive abilities to influence teammates to actually be teammates and help each other. So I'm really glad that they're introducing supportive abilities like these. So let's go over them. So the first one we have here is Let Me Heal You. It's an active skill that quickly revives a down ally. Basic, simple, makes sense. So it's going to increase or make the healing time faster. Or I don't know if it's instantaneous. I doubt if it's instantaneous because that's just going to make Senzu's worthless. But I imagine it just allows you to heal players faster, which is great, which is really, really good. And I'm very curious if this skill can be combined with another skill that I'm going to pull up in a sec. So I'm very curious if this skill will combine with Temporary Retreat, because the reason why Temporary Retreat is kind of doo-doo is because you can move survivors, but it's very slow and the healing is god-awful. So if you combine that with Let Me Heal You, you can move survivors and also heal them faster. So that might make Yajirobe's ability actually worthwhile, because it was pretty trash, and to be honest with you, all the survivor skins that we got last season were pretty bad, besides Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi was like the only one with like worthwhile abilities, and King Furry's rocket attack was decent. But let's continue looking at Dende's abilities here. So Dragon Clan Healing. This skill seems very cracked as well. A passive skill that restores an ally's barrier when you revive them. So if you guys don't know, when you get downed, when you get healed and you get brought back and you're able to play, you will have a red ring around you. So actually, to show that to you, you can see here, Yajirobe is picking up this survivor, and once they are revived, but they have that red ring around them. So what does that mean? That means if they take another thing of damage, that they will be down again. And that's why this other passive skill is very good, which is Barrier Auto Recovery. This will allow you to recover your barrier even if you can't find one of the blue little tanks throughout the map. So what is really good about Dragon Clan Healing is that you will not have to worry about finding a barrier, or you don't even have to worry about auto barrier activating, because if someone heals you with Dragon Clan Healing, you'll be automatically brought to the point where you can take another lick of damage. So this will stop raiders from being able to basically, I mean, I want to say it's going to stop them from being able to camp, but it's going to make it just like 5% a little more difficult, just because at least now when you revive a downed survivor, they won't immediately be able to be down again, because you can bring them back with a barrier at the very least. So it's not a complete counter to camping, but it will help. It will definitely help in that scenario. So think about it. If you have a Senzu and you combine that with this passive skill, then you could bring somebody up immediately and you can revive them and give them a barrier. So if you want to be a support character, you can actually do a lot of interesting things. So there's another passive skill in the game that Yajirobe actually brought. It's a head start ability. All the head start abilities suck, but this one isn't bad because Senzu beans are pretty rare. So starting with a Senzu bean is pretty good. So having a Senzu bean on you, confirmed at the beginning of the match, and having Dragon Clan Healing means that you can basically be your team support if you want to, and you can build your kit around that, equipping Let Me Heal You, Dragon Clan Healing, and Head Start Senzu beans. And if you want to do Temporary Retreat as well, it's there as well. So you can make a full support build if you like, which is cool. That's an option in the game now, because that was not a thing before. So I'm really glad that they added this. So let's talk about the other survivor skins. I've been talking about Dende a lot, but Dende is great. Dende is great. That's why I feel like it was worth talking about it for so long. So next up here, we have King Kai, which was actually very surprising. I did not expect to get King Kai this early as a survivor skin. Hell, I wasn't even expecting to get King Kai as a survivor skin at all, but we did. So his skills are Telepathy and Get Out of Here Bubbles, which is a really, really funny ability. Basically, when you use Get Out of Here Bubbles, Bubbles will legit jump on your screen, and it's kind of like a blooper and like Mario Kart, where he covers your screen and like obscures your vision. So not bad. And plus it negates lock-on as well. So it negates lock-on and it obscures your screen as the Raider. So I feel like it's better than Smoke Bomb and better than any other abilities that negate lock on, just for that reason. So this is the first ability that we have in the game that's like disruption for the on the survivor side, that disrupts the Raider, which is pretty cool. The other skill that he has is telepathy, an active skill to sense the Raider's location and communicate it to all allies. So if you use telepathy and you see where the Raider is, you can let the survivors know where the Raider is. So sometimes Raiders can sneak up on survivors, especially Raiders like Cell, that can reduce you know, the rate of which they're sensed, so they can sneak up. But by using this skill, you're able to let your allies know where the Raider is, which is pretty cool. I don't know how long of a cooldown telepathy will have. I imagine it'll be fairly long, just because knowing where the Raider is at all times is kind of cracked. But the fact that it's an active skill is interesting. And I believe, yeah, so King Kai is coming with 2 active skills. They don't mention if he comes with a passive skill. But the fact that he comes with 2 actives means that he'll probably be very similar to Chi-Chi, where Chi-Chi was the same, where she came with 2 actives and no passive. So King Kai probably isn't going to get any passes. But I think his 2 active skills are pretty good. I still think Dende probably is... probably think Dende has a little more value. But King Kai seems like he has solid abilities. And regardless, I'm just glad that they're adding more supportive and disruption abilities to the game. So let's move on to the next survivor skin that we have. So Baba is the next survivor skin that we're getting. And I don't know if you guys were expecting Baba, but I was not expecting Fortune Teller Baba. Now, she was leaked actually, so she was in the file. So this is one of the survivor skins that was leaked. So we can cross Fortune Teller Baba off the list. Now, what's unique about Baba isn't just her abilities, but the fact that she works differently as a survivor skin. So what does this mean? She cannot jump. She floats. She's always floating. So I'm going to actually show some gameplay of that. And I feel like sprint could be really good for Baba, because you're basically floating and you can move faster while like floating / flying. But the only thing that is a little odd about this is I feel like this kind of reduces the worth of the Nimbus. Now, I imagine you're not going to be able to outfloat Ki Blast, but I just find that kind of interesting. But her skill, of course, it's an active skill, which is Dragon Ball Diviner, which will allow you to find Dragon Balls on the map. It'll basically like give a little glow and highlight them on the map. It'll basically give you like wall hacks, basically. You can see where Dragon Balls are. So this is useful if you're trying to hunt down Dragon Balls and you don't have a high-level radar. So pretty cool. But we're going to go ahead and try to find some gameplay of each of these survivor skins so you guys can actually see them in action. So first up, we have King Kai here. He's in the top left, and he has like a little waddle when he runs. I'm not sure where they use his active skill, but I don't think I noticed what his basic attack was. Let's see if I can speed up and see what his attack is. I don't know if he uses it to break any pots. But it is cool seeing King Kai running about in the game like this. So let's move on and see if we can get some action of Dende and Fortune Teller Baba, which I think is the most interesting survivor skin to look at. No, before we move on, I actually did want to show King Kai's active skill in the works. So he's looking around and then finds the Raider, and then that alerts all the other survivors to where the Raider is. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I just wanted to show you guys how that works. So now we'll move on to Dende or Baba. All right, so next up here we have Baba, which, as you can see, she can just straight up float and fly around. It's not that fast. It's really not that fast at all. And coming down, she doesn't move that fast either. So Bardock's active skill, which allows you to fall down really fast, would probably be really useful for Baba if you're using her. It might even be like a must use. But she was using her basic attack, but I couldn't tell if it was a gun or maybe it was just like some like magic that she was using. But yeah, this is how Baba moves and this is how she operates. So I'm very curious if sprint would impact how fast she floats. But it's really cool to see that for survivor skins, they're not just doing basic like animations, because that was my criticisms of like Yajirobe and King Furry, because their animations I think were pretty much identical to the farmer with a shotgun. So I'm glad that they're being a little more unique with the survivor skins here. So let's go ahead and find some gameplay of Dende. I'm sorry, I lied again. I gotta show you guys what Baba looks like on a bike. That's hysterical, bro. Look, look at Baba on a freaking bike, dude. They see me rolling. They hate it. All right, I'm sorry. Let's continue. Alrighty, so unfortunately, I don't think we got Dende POV, but as we can see here, someone is being revived by Dende. So that's just, I just want to show you guys what Dende's model actually looks like in action. And I don't think he has any of the passive healing skills equipped. Actually, oh, he did. Because like now, Dende didn't have to give Baba a barrier, and Baba didn't have to bind a barrier because he had that passive that Dende has. So that's very cool. But in conclusion, guys, let's look at the survivor skins one more time. All right, so personally for me, I think Dende is the survivor skin that has the most value. I think Let Me Heal You, reviving a ally quicker is really good. Dragon Clan healing, which revives an ally without them needing to find a barrier, is very cracked. And King Kai is very cool with Get Out of Here Bubbles. Actually, Get Out of Here Bubbles was used. Let me show you guys that and what it looked like when it was used against the Raider. So before I continue, let's actually find that clip. Alrighty, so it was right around here that Bubbles was used. Yep, as you can see, Bubbles is hanging on to Captain Ginyu's face, and it's very difficult for him to aim. It didn't last all that long. Like, how long did it last? Let's count for a sec. 1 second, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 seconds. 5 seconds it lasts on the Raider. So that's pretty interesting. I think that's a really funny ability that they added. So King Kai's abilities, telepathy, I feel like is cool. I think it's a neat supportive ability, but I don't realistically seeing too many players using it, at least compared to Dende. I feel like Dende's skills are a little more worthwhile, but Get Out of Here Bubbles actually seems like something that could be pretty useful. But let's look at Baba one more time. So Dragon Ball Diviner, I feel like Baba as a survivor skin, the fact that she can float and move around by floating is very cool, but Dragon Ball Diviner as a skill, I don't know if that's going to see much use. But yeah, guys, in the comments below, let me know which skin you're most looking forward to using, which skills you think are the best. I feel like for me personally, I feel like Dende has the best value. But in terms of like actually playing one of the survivor skins, I'm most interested in playing around and testing Baba, see if sprint impacts her, see if landing delay notification impacts her, seeing how the floating device works with her. So I'm very curious to see how Fortune Teller Baba is going to play. But I think King Kai's Get Out of Here Bubbles ability is also really interesting as well. But yeah, guys, again, let me know in the comments below which survivor skin is your favorite. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel for more Dragon Ball The Breakers analysis, updates, showcases, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.